and gentlemen, good evening. It is true that Statehouse did not anticipate that Fred Okengo Matiang'i is a politician. And now the true color, the true face of Fred Okengo Matiang'i is out. The true face of Fred Okengo Matiang'i is out. But before we proceed, kindly, first, I welcome you to Machuka Nyarieko TV talk show, the house of ideas. Second, I request you to subscribe so that wherever we produce another video, YouTube will automatically notify you. In this channel, we normally analyze politics. We try to explain why political actors behave in a given manner. And to our subscribers, thank you for your continued support, and kindly, when you come across our videos, like, share and comment. And in this particular video, if you come across it, just give your comment. Tell us what you think about the true face of Fred Okengo Matiang'i. When I say that Fred Okengo Matiang'i has caused panic in Statehouse, it remains to be a fact. Why do I say so? Many people have been saying or arguing that Fred Okengo Matiang'i is not a politician, that Fred Okengo Matiang'i is just a professional. Can we call him a professional politician? How can individuals argue that Fred Okengo Matiang'i is a politician and he has been at one time a personal assistant to the late Simeon Nyachae, who was at one time a very powerful politician and who did even contest for presidential election in the Republic of Kenya in the year 2002. If you look on or at the history of Fred Okengo Matiang'i, he has been a teacher. He has worked in various international institutions, including, or he has worked with World Bank, USAID, and other more institutions. So the man is both rich in theory and in politics. But for today, I want us to focus on one particular thing that has shocked Parliament, Statehouse, and even Parliament: the manner in which Fred Okengo Matiang'i is conducting himself before the 2027 general elections. One, Fred Okengo Matiang'i, during his first homecoming, because I hear there is his second coming, he totally confused the Statehouse, because he did promise that his homecoming was going to be on the 9th through his party, but he pushed it before. So Statehouse was left unprepared as they were preparing for Labor Day, celebrating Fred Okengo Matiang'i was preparing for his homecoming the following day, and not on the 9th as it had been proposed. Therefore, he scored. Thank you, Collins Waweru. Collins Waweru, thank you so much. And therefore, he scored William Samuel Ruto and his security personnel. Second, another tactic that he used, and which has left many people wondering, he refused to sign. Fred Okengo Matiang'i refused to sign a petition that was condemning IEPC proposed list to the president, because Charles Nyachae was in the list. And remember, Fred Okengo Matiang'i was a personal assistant to Charles Nyachae's father. And again, Charles Nyachae comes from his home turf, that is Kisii, meaning that if he was to interfere with the nomination process in any eventuality, he will be making problems back at home. He therefore scored Statehouse. Whether they give him an opportunity, or whether they gave an opportunity to Charles Nyachae or not, Matiang'i already scored them. And then when it came to Wamunyoro visit, it did confuse Statehouse that probably he is not going to attend the function, and that is why he came late to the function. So everyone was again shocked, because initially we thought, observers, many people thought that there is a conflict between Matiang'i and Wamunyoro's team, but he showed at Wamunyoro's place very late, and again he scored Statehouse. In another event, Fred Okengo Matiang'i is very far away from Kenya, despite the fact that people are saying, or a few individuals are saying, that he has resigned. But back here in Kenya, Fred Okengo Matiang'i, who is known to be in UPA party, has totally confused the government by branding Jubilee vehicles with his name, branding vehicles bearing the name of Jubilee with his photos. So Statehouse is just worried, do we attack UPA, Jubilee, or Wamunyoro? In addition to that, Fred Okengo Matiang'i, despite his absence, his presence is felt because of some of those things that he's doing in America. His mouthpiece, one of his mouthpieces, Kibagend from Kitutu Chache South, the other day said that they are mobilizing Kenyans in the USA, and at least so that they can be assisted during the 2027 general election. By the way, the presidential campaigns are so exhaustive. They are so expensive. Moving from one constituency, from one ward to another, is extremely expensive and tiresome. And that's why you have you must prove to sponsors that you have a crowd behind. And therefore, when he first came to, during his first homecoming, probably he wanted to prove to his sponsors that he has a following, so that they can commit their resources to the same campaign. So campaigns, presidential campaigns, are so expensive. So when you see presidential contenders just making press conferences, just be aware that the exercise is very expensive. Now, using the media sometimes becomes more cheaper, because you communicate. Probably you can invite the press and even have lunch with them, because it is much cheaper than moving all over the republic conveying just a given message. One aspect that has made me to think hard about this Fred Okengo Matiang'i is the branding of these vehicles with Jubilee colors, and the man is in UPA. This is dangerous, more especially to Statehouse, because if Rigathi Gachagua wa Mnyoro takes 95% or 70%, it means Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta will take the remaining percent. So where is William Samoei Ruto? This tricky that Wamnyoro and Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta is or are employing will be seamless, will be simply so expensive for William Samoei Ruto to handle, because one, they have a policy that campaign, make sure that you campaign at your original levels. That's why you don't see Wamnyoro moving from one place to another. He's trying to maintain what he has. After maintaining what he has, then he can disrupt the other areas by looking for friends. Imagine if Kalonzo Musyoka can maintain the eastern part of Kenya, Wamnyoro the mountain part of Kenya, Fred Okengo Matiang'i some parts of Nyanza, Natembea Wamarwa and the young man, the debut party leader for DCP, if they maintain western part of Kenya, it means they will be able to disrupt the expansive part of Rift Valley by having a specific and genuine friends from those areas. Kindly, if you are joining us now, you can subscribe, you can like our videos, you can give your comment in relation to the topic, of course, which is on the true face of Fred Okengo Matiang'i, because most people have been saying that Fred Okengo Matiang'i is a professional, that Fred Okengo Matiang'i is a professional And uh, he is not able to do campaigns. Kindly let me check whether there is forum, because I can see Wawelu saying that increase forum please. Let me see whether there is forum, so that I don't just take some good time without any significant communication. Wawelu, can you get me now? Wawelu? Do you get my forum now, please? Yes? Waweru, are you able to hear me? Oh. Thank you. Thank you, Waweru. Now I'm free, I can continue. And please, if you have to give a comment, please give. And John Canitis, that you are saying nothing by that, I don't understand whether it is forum that is not sufficient, or what I'm saying does not resonate with you so well. So please, you can explicitly Kiniti, John Kiniti, tell me what you mean by saying that you are saying nothing, so that we can adjust on the same. Collins Waweru, thank you for informing me that now it is loud and clear. But our topic is on whether those politicians, more especially from the ruling regime, who have been saying that the opposition has no direction, those who have been saying, there is somebody sometimes back who did say that Fred Okemo Matiang'i has become broke and ran away to America, and of course he had a job, and because of that he had not resigned. There are some arguments that he has now resigned, and next year, or I mean, he will be back, or is already back in the Republic. But what is funny, just forget about resigning or not resigning, because there is already, at least there is Arura in Kenya to 2027. What is important now is on the preparations for the 2027, which I'm saying have shocked many. People thought that Fred Okemo Matiang'i is a professional, but they have now realized that this man is both a professional and is political by nature, because through the manner in which he is conducting himself. And I've said he has been making Statehouse irrelevant in trying to follow him. You see, he's back in the US, but the campaigns are on. Once you see branded vehicles, you must know that even by showing a branded vehicle, that is just a campaign, because it has attracted the attention of many Kenyans. He has got nothing to lose. He's not implementing policies. We have those people who are implementing policies who are worried that have these people really begun campaigns. So they get confused till even they themselves start getting into politics even before delivering what they were expected. And another thing that I said, he has also confused them. He has no specific, people know that he is in UPA, United Progressive Party, but vehicles are being branded differently. The mountain is totally covered. It has no room for Gashawa and Uhuru Kenyatta, because when we talk of Jubilee, that is Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta led Karas. What is your take? In politics, we don't there is no specific issue that we cannot focus on. Everything in politics is a mountain. The other day, the former vice president, that is the 10th vice president of the Republic of Kenya, Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka, said that Matiang'i had promised that once he's back, they will move from one village to another till they reach every part of the Republic of Kenya. That is a strong message, politically speaking. This aligns to what Kibagendi said when he was addressing some the Usi nation from the United States of America. He did affirm that they have a plan of going to more than 1,365 wards in the Republic of Kenya. For those who understand, I think it's around 300 and something. Let me not say 65, but it is more than 1,300 and something wards that they will be going to. Which, when I heard Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka say, I realized that it was not just vaporing of words by the Honorable Kibagendi from USA. It is something that has been decided. Ladies and gentlemen, I decided that this month of June, I'll be coming live, so that wherever you have an issue like now, Collins, we can discuss it. You can also have time to propose topics that you think that we can discuss together, so that you also participate in this national politics. It doesn't matter which topic you need. All political leaders are Kenyans. If it is if you want a topic on William Samoei Ruto, we are ready to tackle it properly with facts and well researched. If you want Wamnyoro, we will do the same. Kalonzo Musyoka, the same. And even Raila Amoro Odinga, the lion of Kenyan politics, we will also do the same. So we have no specific partner. We want our people just to understand why politicians are behaving in specific ways. Why, for example, you can say that one has abducted himself, all their abductions. Because that is our work, to explain political phenomenon. Don't strain to ask why is William Ruto behaving in this manner? Why is Koimbuli behaving in this manner? Why is Raila behaving in this manner? Just drop that topic there and we will discuss it, and we shall give possible scenarios. We shall give possible scenarios as to why they are behaving in that specific manner. That's why you had the other day, I think the MP for City Dagoretti South or North, they ready saying that we want to control the social media. They want to control it so that you are limited in a manner in which you can disseminate your information. No, they can control it to make it or to tune you to seeing them, forgetting that they are today in the government, tomorrow they will be out of the government. So for this month, kindly, let's be meeting during such times, just before 7, sometimes 10 p.m, more especially weekends, like now tomorrow, because I think the weekend is starting tomorrow. We shall meet at 10 p.m, sometimes in the morning, throughout this month, before I retrieve back to the normal recording of our videos. I am doing this so that at least we can have direct conversation, one-on-one conversation. Like now I'm waiting for any question. Collins Waweru, you have a question? Waweru, John Kiniti, ask any question. I'm there for you. Ask any question. For those joining us, like our videos, subscribe, share, give your comment, tell us what you think about the true face of Fred Okengo Matiang'i. Is he a politician? Is he a professional? Is he just a worker? But others feel that Fred Okengo Matiang'i is a man who can implement policies, and this brings out the question: where can he better implement these policies? In what position can Fred Okengo Matiang'i implement these policies? seat as the topmost man, as the deputy president, as the cabinet secretary, where that is the question in which most Kenyans are asking. For those who are joining us in, today we wanted, or we are looking at the true face of Fred Okengo Matiang'i. What is he? Is he just a professional? Is he a politician? Is he an implementer? What is Fred Okengo Matiang'i? Because as we move to 2027, we don't just need to put these our leaders into political offices without actually knowing who they are and what they can do. We have Kimani Ngujiri, the member of parliament from, I think, who has been previously, I think, the member of parliament from Bahati, something to do with Kani chairman for Nakuru or from those areas for quite some time. He argues that Fred Okengo Matiang'i is a professional. He now feels that Fred Okengo Matiang'i should be in a position of implementing policies, and that's where my another question comes in. What is the best place to what is the best place to implement policies? Rangat Musema Query. Thank you, Wakisi. Stop paranoids and brainless tribal campaigns. Work with the rest of Kenyans as a team. The focus is to rescue our country from Mwizi na Muwaji. Kasongo by all means. CJ Maraga ni team player. Nat, thank you for your comment. Maraga is a presidential contender also. It's a proposal that we also bring in Maraga in one of the discussions. We cannot rule out talking about Fred Okengo Matiang'i because he has also declared his interests. We are not playing tribal politics, but we are discussing them. We will discuss Wamunyoro, we will discuss Williamu Ruto, or we have been discussing him. You can go back to our videos. So we have to discuss them. They come from somewhere. So when we discuss them, you are around. Rangat, you are around. But you have given me a topic which I should focus on. I'll one of these days look at Maraga, the former CJ. Rangat further says that when our country being destroyed and sunk by Kasongo, you have been like CJ Maraga to be a team player. I mean, you behave like CJ Maraga to be a team player with the rest of Kenyans. You saw him in court with others. Let's stop useless. CJ Matiang'i, be serious. Thank you for your comment. We have heard those are your reservations. And Maraga actually should come out strongly and do what is necessary. Matiang'i is elsewhere. He's coming back. You'll also defend those whom we will find in trouble when he is around. But uh, is it that it is the duty of one to be exposed to such a situations? Don't we have institutions that can be very can be independent, so that what Maraga was involved cannot happen? Rangat, can't we have independent institutions such that what Maraga was defending today cannot happen? But the truth be said, we are improving. If you look the entire East African, I tend to see that there is that much improvement, and we are moving further from the list of those surrounding us when it comes to democracy and human rights. I tend to feel that in some of these areas, you may be told, or they may be told to produce someone in court, and they totally fail to do so. So by Maraga going to that place, it is good. This adding value to his campaigns, because he needs to be seen to be working. But also remember, politicians are tricky. They always behave in a specific manner. I also was shocked when I saw the former CJ Maraga in court today defending, was it today or yesterday, defending Njeri. I was shocked because I've not seen him before. Probably his advisors have now cautioned him to be doing so. Even in Tanzania, he is the man actually who was allowed to go to the Republic of Tanzania. So it's okay. It's not tribal. At least you come from somewhere, and you never imposed yourself to be from a given region. And in politics, if you have never known, the aspect of identity is everywhere. For example, if you go to northeastern part of Kenya, whereby they employ a negotiated democracy, you will just be shocked that they use cronyism to arrive at decisions. That means you can be lucky if you are from a smaller clan to get into power, depending on those who are in that particular table of decisions on what they agree. Sometimes I do call it, sometimes I do call the issue of negotiating democratic negotiation as dictatorship democracy, whereby you are dictated to take given decisions. This happened with most of political parties prior 2022 general elections. Jubilee, UDA did impose through negotiated democracy various leaders to political offices, I mean to contest for specific position. For example, if you are in Pometi County, for example, and you are about 5 people, they will come, the contestants will come, or they will be told to sit together, and one of them imposed to them. That's why you could see after the discussions, some of the leaders who were not satisfied with the decisions that was arrived at in the closed door meetings purported to be negotiated democracy and to join other political parties. And in Kenya, the issue of ethnicity is not that much. The issue of ethnicity is not that much. The issue in Kenya is about resource allocation. Because if resources were allocated in the right manner, then you will not hear people talk of ethnicity. Previously, or if you go to areas like those which are congested, you will be shocked that those people live together and they don't understand what ethnicity is until when one is plucked out of them and succeeds in one way or another at the expense of those who are surrounding them or who are more qualified. Any other comments? Any other comments? Rangad, thank you for your contribution. Corinne Waweru, thank you for your information. And John Kiniti, thank you so much. This is Matiang'i TV talk show, whereby we analyze political events, political phenomenon, and political figures. Kindly, if you are joining us today for the first time, kindly subscribe to our channel so that wherever we produce another video, YouTube will automatically notify you. Thank you and have a pleasant evening.